Hello everyone, I'm Cobra Guru. I hope you are all well. I am back in Victor Vran for the second part of my video presenting the game and its universe, with today my main character level 32. Good. It's to show you the differences in evolution to the game available after a certain level. So as you can see, now I have access to all NPC seller. You discover them through playing the story. I have advanced in the story. You can see that I have violet gears, weapons, and even demonic powers. Violet means epic or legendary. I got also now 5 exes. I will show you what they do later. The evolution of outfit. I took the hunter outfit at first, then the vigilantes, and now I'm using the vanguard one. You will always have a choice between 3 possibilities when you level up, and each 10 levels you select a new outfit according the way you want to play. The actual vanguard outfit, I took it to have 50 armor and the skills that my overdrive don't diminish outside of combat, which is very good. I have plenty of bounty and treasure hunt. You got them by adding codes to the game, codes that you get on forum or in-game chat. You can see that now I have lots of destiny cards. I even combined several of them using the transmutation system. Same like gears, you get normal, rare, very rare and epic. Then you get divine or wicked destiny cards that will have the bonuses on the card. They also can be combined to increase the levels and quality to get epic divine or wicked card. Example of bonuses, we'll equip it first of all. Gain 2.68% of max overdrive on overkill. Cool, huh? You are just limited on total amount of points of destiny cards. At the moment I am at 16 out of 16. You will earn destiny points regularly while leveling. You see, I have some cards using 5 destiny points, but I can't use them at the moment as I don't have destiny points left.
Over there!
Yeah, I will show you the big boss fight after. I will go back to the map first. As you can see, I have quite advanced in the story, and plenty of areas and dungeons are now opened. I still have some closed. I am at 75 out of 205 stars, and found 66 out of 116 secrets. So I was showing you the Royal Gardens area in the first part. Of course, as you can see, all objectives are done now. I even done them with my main low level back then, because it was easy. This one also is completed fully, but in this one it was the first time where objectives were a little bit higher. Slay 15 monsters with Lava Creeper's Death Blast. Lava Creeper is a small spider that explodes after being slayed, so it was needed to not stand close, but mostly to bring several in packs near other spiders in order to make a big boom explosion and slay others with the explosion. Fun to do actually. Then we have areas with much more complicated, much more difficult. Slay 30 monsters without taking damage and using without demon power. Slay 40 monsters within 120 seconds, slay monsters with Hex of Malice, and probably the most difficult one to do. This one is tough as you enter directly in an area with a champion that uses projectiles and until now was not able to complete it. In this area it was a total disaster. You have to slay a boss. Slay Ragnos the host within 180 seconds. Slay Ragnos the host without using potions and shrines. There are shrines to refill health, overdrive, or to give you damage boost. Slay Ragnos the host using 2 hexes. To choose yourself, as most of the time the game tells you which one to choose. At a certain level, I don't remember, you start to have hexes to select in some areas. Hex, I will show them to you. Hex of Malice, monster hit 50% more damage. A little bit tough, eh? Hex of Pain, Victor loses HP periodically. For example, it's not at all the one to use in here, as you have to kill the boss without using potions. Hex of Tenacity, monsters gain 120 armor and regeneration. If you don't have an armor, a weapon with armor penetration, it will be much more long to slay them down. Hex of Time, the easiest I find. Monsters move and attack faster. As you can see, it have 1 star as I often have used it until now, simply because even if monsters move and attack faster, they are not more powerful. And the last one, Eggs of Tyranny. Some monsters become champions. When you arrive in an area, if there were 5 normal or even rare monsters, there is a chance that one become a champion. So it's not a real big deal neither. And slay Ragnar the host while above 80% health, and of course without using potion. Back to my character panel, you can see that I have 4000 health points, 110 armor points, and here the armor penetration that changes each time you use the different weapons. Penetration are bound to the weapon you use, so depending the area you will enter, select the weapon correctly accordingly. I have got plenty of other weapons in the storing area. What can I show you? Okay, let's go to face Ragnar the host. I really laugh before doing it. Not easy to choose which hexes to use, but well. Okay, they are activated now, so let's start. Let's have fun.
Spiders. Here we go again.
The very good point in this game, it's to be able to use all types of weapons, and that you can make a mix using a melee weapon and a range one, like you can see on my character. And you will ask why I keep so many weapons in my inventory. Because of the system of transmutation, I will probably need to make another video to show you the system, as it's a little bit complex. So we can increase the stats by combining several, etc, etc. So there are hammer, scythe, swords, of course, but also rapier. They are great weapons. Unfortunately, less damage than others. And of course, rifle, mortar, shotgun, lightning gun. Up to you to choose the weapon you want to choose, and of course some weapons are more suitable depending the dungeons or the areas. For example, my rifle has 92 of armor penetration, 11% of critical chances, and 50% of critical damage. But this one has 0 of armor penetration, so depending the enemies, the one I am using seems much better at the moment. Another example. Bouncing Betty fires 3 grenades, but fires less often. See? So okay, let's try this. Actually, since I made the video, I think a lot, and I think it's better to do one objective at a time. For example, kill the boss in 3 minutes, then try again using the 2 hexes, and then try again to attempt the objectives of killing the boss without using potions, because it's impossible to do the 3 objectives at the same time. Those are lava creeper with the explosion pushing you far. Damn, I have been slowed down and the boss uses a demonic power at the same time. It starts well. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So you need to destroy the pillars to drop the boss. Yeah, 3 minutes, it won't be possible. I'm not doing enough damage.
And start.
The difficulties of this fight is that, as you can see, there is plenty of mobs and several champions. I count 3. Run, Forest, run! I have the Steel of Light, but as you can see they do much more damage than my recovery, so I am in bad situation. will die soon, I think. I use my demonic power, diamond aura, protect me, but look at that. I will be obliged to use a potion soon. So, one objective is failed. So yeah, I am pretty sure now that those tough objectives can be done either separately, or if you want to do the 3 at once, you need to be in a group of 4 people, 4 player. You can see that this boss has 100 armor, and I've done what? 25% damages only? He hits strong, eh? Wow. And he's back up. And second objective failed also. I should have attempted the fight without the exit. But I have already beaten this boss, so that's why I wanted to try. Ah, they stunned me! Damn it! Ah, lava creeper once again. Jeez, it's a disaster. A real disaster. A pain in the ass, this one. That's why I also said earlier that it's needed to move a lot. I got stuck in a corner and well, the result is really bad. So this game is a real challenge and that's really cool. You have the story, like I said, and gradually, as you advance in the story, you unlock new areas. Yeah, in this zone, in this area, I have to slay 70 monsters without receiving damage. I have attempted it several times and wow, really not easy. Like you can see, there is also a skull on it, meaning that one of the bounty I have in my inventory is in this room, a champion to slay. The story is quite good, I won't spoil it. I like it, it's not the greatest story of all time, but it's still cool. So as a demon hunter and to advance in the story, I have to kill the mega boss of Death Apocalypse. Okay, let's go, I will show it to you. It's a monster of hell, of death, a crazy bastard, and you will see it's not easy. It's a challenge like the rest of the game. Since I recorded the video, I was able to beat it using mix of mortar and lightning gun, and to face its spawn, use a sword is the way I found to beat it. This is what I call a boss. A cool, monstrous boss. Look at this. I am at normal difficulty. I knew at this moment that I didn't work enough on my gears and weapons. And it's also a good feature of the game. If you can't beat a boss, and then you can't advance in the story, then go back to farm dungeons and open areas to maybe loot a better weapon, or earn money to buy a better weapon. So you already got it that you can't melee it, as you will receive damage if you step onto his firewall, or whatever it is. So I use the mortar in order to get outside his range, but as you can see also I barely began his life bar. And the issue is that I'm just at the beginning. At one point he will spawn some sorts of ghost and keep doing his stuffs, and those spawns are champions. He will also launch projectiles to me. I already lost some life by stepping in a firewall. So I recover a little bit with my damage on him, but very few. You can see the damage I made on him, it's ridiculous. It's a real long fight to be done alone. So until now he is launching a front arc swing. So being outside of his arc is enough to not get hit. But soon he will start his projection. I don't think it's possible to hit it with melee, as the swing arc and the firewall protects him of them. Now, this is an interesting thing. Opening the inventory and character panel stops the game, especially in combat, so you will be able to switch weapons or demonic powers or potions, etc. Do I have a potion that could be useful? The problem is that I have lots of bombs, but they are not like grenades and can't be thrown to the enemy. They will explode in an area around me, so it's useless. Damn, I have nothing. Aye. Ouch. Okay, so I won't show you the fight in total, as it's a tough one and a very long one, and I still need to think a lot to find the best strategy at the moment where I record the video, and now I found because I've beaten it. But you get it, Victor Vran is a very good challenging game, interesting in its gaming mechanism and philosophy. It can be played solo or in group. I think in group it must be much better in some places for some fight. If you have trouble on a map, you can always switch the game to easy mode. There is a real difficulty challenge in the game, as there are 3 levels plus the hardcore mode. What else can I tell you? I will repeat myself, but the game is interesting because of the challenge of objectives. You see, I have already completed some areas, but now I have some bounty or treasure to find, so we'll need to do them again. For those areas I haven't advanced enough in the story to be able to enter them. But as you can see, I'll have treasure to find there. Or be careful that the bounty and treasure to get have a limited time. You can see that the map is really big, and that I have still a lot of quests and places to open, discover, etc. Many areas to work on, as for example this one. Can you imagine the objectives in it? You have to slay 50 monsters with the X of Tenacity and use a sight. The second requires the X of Malice and Bombardier Spider's Barrage, don't know yet what it is. And for the last one, activate X of Pain, slay 40 monsters and stay above 50% of health, etc, etc. If you like to play and replay maps, to attempt achievements, to face challenges and difficulties, then it's the game for you, hehe. This was Victor Vran, a good action RPG. Hack and slash with innovative things, like movement of the camera around the character in order to face enemies all the time, for example. Jumps. Very interesting. A good story, a good atmosphere, a good bestiary. Gargoyle, ghosts, skeletons, thralls, vampires, woo, undeads, race, essences, etc, etc. Champions, and of course some mega boss of the death and health. It's a game that is 1 year old, but devs are keeping the development of the game, with 3 DLCs, yes, and new features that have been announced recently. You will find plenty of tips and tricks videos on YouTube or other platforms. Personally, I like to search and hunt to discover the game, as I really find it to be worth playing it. I haven't shown it to you, but you will also loot some colors in order to change the color of the outfit of your characters, like I've done on mine. I like it, as I found it not as a classical Diablo-like. There are plenty of different things. The most important is that there is no classes, no skill tree, no skill points. The development of the characters is done with the weapons and the gears he is wearing and using. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you like them, I hope you will subscribe to my channel, have fun, play a lot, take care of yourself, and see you next time. Bye bye.